Welcome to Katie's Budgets. My name is Chris, and today we are doing some savings challenges. Let's get started. Alrighty, thanks so much for joining me today. I think we're going to do a bunch of savings challenges. I'm not quite sure how much we have to work with, but let's take a look at that. So every 2 weeks I get paid, and any rollover money that I have from the previous payday gets set aside, and then I will use that to fund all of my fun savings challenges that I like to work on. It's a way for me to be able to encourage myself not to overspend on my spending, so that that's where most of the rollover comes from, is anything I give myself in my spending fund. I pull and then I reset for the next week, and then that money gets set aside, and that's what I use for my savings challenges. So if I want to be able to play with the money, I got to have money to play with. So we're going to pull out what we have here. I'm going to just move these dice a little bit because we will be using the dice. It just kind of depend on which of the savings challenges I want to do, and we'll get started. I hope everyone's been having a great week so far. I know that here where I live, it's been kind of warm. It's actually not been overly warm. It's been kind of like in the 80s, which is kind of nice. The humidity, I know, is not too far away. I know it's coming. I'm not looking forward to that part of summer, but that's okay. And I know I'm going to start complaining once it gets cold out about how cold it is, so I really just need to kind of, moderate myself there. Alrighty, so we got quite a bit of change, and I do a penny savings challenge as well, which is what this little guy is for. He is, and I think I've named him Felix. He is where all of my coin goes to live. If he gets too full, I have a bigger one that I'll empty him out into, and then once I get to the end of the year, or I finish the penny savings challenge, whichever one happens first, I'll take it to the bank and then cash it in, and we'll redistribute those funds at that point. So he will come back into play here shortly. Alrighty. So let's see how much we are actually working with here, because I don't even have these sorted in the right bill denominations yet. I may need to make some change for some of these, which is okay, because I do have some smaller bills in some of these challenges. Actually, we're going to flip that. Go. Actually, looks like we've got a pretty good decent amount this time. That ought to be fun for our first savings challenges together. So we have 20, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 5, 10, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Gives us $89 to play with today. That is pretty cool. I'm going to move this over for right now. And if you haven't seen what that says, it says, "You can't make everyone happy. You're not a taco." And I have to remind myself multiple times a day sometimes that that's the case. I'm not going to be everybody's cup of tea. But that's all right. Everybody's entitled to an opinion. All I can do is be kind and pass it forward. All right. So we got $89 to play with plus some change. So let's take a look at what I have in my savings challenge binder. So I've got Shut the Box. I think I want to do at least a couple of rows of that. And if you're not quite familiar with what Shut the Box is, and there's many creators out there that have created a challenge like this. This one is actually from Saving with Shalonda. So she's on Etsy, and this was a digital download, so it was very affordable and easy. I just had to print it, and then I laminated it myself, just so I can reuse it again later in the year if I want to, once I finish it. But we are going to take 2 dice, and I'm going to use my dice tower today. So I apologize if it's a little loud, but we're going to roll, and until we can no longer mark off any numbers, then whatever's left is what we're going to stuff into that envelope, and we'll kind of see what the dice gods decide to do for us today. Get the right colors out here. All right, so I'm going to slide this out of the way just so we have some room to play. and that's the money that was in there. I don't want to mix that up with everything else. And here is our dice tower. All right, so we have 8. So we're gonna mark off 8. And we're gonna roll again. And we got a 7. Kind of nice, those bigger numbers are getting marked off early. Oops. And that's a 7 again, so we'll do 4 and 3 to make 7. This is where my banker brain actually kicks in sometimes. And we have 7 again, so we'll do 5 and 2. Boy, these dice really like 7 right now. All right, let's do that again. Oop, and we got 9. Looks like I forgot to mark off an 8 up there, but that's all right. And 10. So we can't do 10, so it looks like we're doing $7 in for today on this one. I think I may go ahead and move on to the next one, next savings challenge, and if I have any money left over, we'll see. We'll see what that actually does for us. But we'll put $7 into this one today. This is kind of a fun way to be able to do a savings challenge, and you know, by the end of it, it's going to be a surprise as to what I actually put in there. So 6 and 7. So we will add that to the cash that's in here already. And just pop that back into the envelope. Make sure that's dry and stick that back in there. Alrighty, so the next one we're gonna do is a scratch off. I just love these. I think I have a couple more from the same creator. This is actually from Misfits of Budgeting. I absolutely love it. I think it's really pretty. And I may find a way to be able to reuse it, or maybe I'll just have to go out there and buy it again. You never know. All right, so let me find my little scratcher-do. There he is. We'll set this a little bit further away. All right, so which one are we gonna scratch? I think we'll do this one here in the middle. Why not? Uh-oh, 2 times. That could be a little scary, depending upon what the next one is. All right, so let's scratch this one down here in the bottom. See what that is. Ooh, yep, that kind of bit me a little bit. 9, so that means I have to save 18. But there's only one more left, and then this one's going to be finished, and we can reallocate that money. So we'll go ahead and do 18 into that. And while I'm here, I'm going to see if I can make some change for that 20 that's sitting over here. 5. That's 10. Oops. I'm just making a mess of all kinds of stuff. And then I need more 5s, but I know that I have some in the other one we just did, so I'll pull that out. And we didn't count the other one. I kind of try not to count these because I want it to be a little bit of a surprise when we actually finish it and figure out how much we have saved. So I think I'm going to wait and count those at that point. So this one, if we don't finish it today, because we may come back and go ahead and scratch that off depending upon how the rest of our savings challenges go. But when we do finish it, it'll probably be the next savings challenge video. We'll go ahead and count that up and decide what to do with it. Now, before I go any further, I do want to go ahead and get that 20 swapped out because it's a lot easier to distribute funds if you're not having to deal with one bill. All right, let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20. Perfect. We will do that. Swap it out. And we can keep on moving on. Okay, so let's see here. I thought I missed one. All right, so we're gonna do roll the dice, and this one is from FourDizzyBirds. This was another digital download. I absolutely loved it. I thought it was a cute one. So this we are going to roll. Do I take a chance and go ahead and roll with 2 dice, or do I do 1? Let's go ahead and we'll throw caution to the wind. We'll do 2. Alrighty, so it looks like we've got 4. So we'll go ahead and do $4. Actually, we will take a 5. Nope. Let me think about that. I will take a 1 out and put a 5 back in. There we go. Now the brain's firing on more cylinders. I'm not going to say full cylinders, but more. So we had 2 2s. So we will go ahead and color those in. And I have to remember that I need to pull 15, and that's going to a specific one. I'm glad I just thought of that. That's one that I have just started doing. So I could have easily have forgotten and then kicked myself later. Okay, so that is roll the dice for this time. Alrighty, I'm gonna set aside the $15 that is gonna go into my Budget with Ira monthly savings challenge so that I don't forget. This one we're going to come back to. This is kind of my catch-all once I get through all the ones that I want to do. I don't think we're going to do luck of the draw right now. So let's go look at the others that I have, and then we can come back to that. Let's see. So this is Budget with Ira's, his 4.5K mermaid challenge. And I think this time around, I'm just going to do the first one, get some momentum built up, and then I can kind of go from there. I just got to find the right dice that goes with that. There it is. It's hiding. Come here, my friend. There you are. All right. Set those over there. Okay. So this challenge, we have a dice that has 1 through 4 on it. And on the back side, we have the numbers that we can mark off. And once we complete this, it'll be $100. If you were going to do all of them all at one time, you would roll all of the dice and then put the amounts in for each one of those. But honestly, that's a little scary right now. I know when I have my magic month in August where I have a 3rd extra paycheck, we may actually do that and kind of get those built up a little bit. But this one's going to take me a while. It's 4.5K. So I'm hoping to put all of this towards my emergency fund in the end. So if it takes a while to get there, that's okay. So let's see what we're going to end up with. We've got a 1. Ooh, 2. And 4. I don't know if you guys can see that. I think my tower is a little bit too dark for that, so I may have to play around with getting another one. I said that was 4, and then that was 2. All right, I think we're good. So we had 4 and like, let's see. Let me see if I remember what I did. I had a 1. I had 2 2s, right? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep, that's right. So I'm adding $9 in. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 5, and then 4 is 9. So we got 5. Well, if I knew how to count, that would help. 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 that we're putting into that for today. Let's see. How much do we have left? Actually, we've got quite a bit still. 10, 20, 25, 30, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. I've got 36. That's still pretty good. Okay. I think maybe we'll do another one of these. Let's see. The 200, I have to remember which dice this is. So this one is a 6-sided. Where is the 6? See it, I just can't get to it. Okay. Yep, there we go. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to get a lighter colored dice tower because I don't think this is very conducive for filming. All right, so that is a 1. And we can do a 1. And pull that before I forget. And we'll roll again. Another 1. And we'll mark that off. And a 5. So I think we're gonna stop there on this one. So that one's getting a total of $7 today. That's not bad. And this one will end up with, oops, did I do that on the right one? Nope, I did it on the wrong one. Well, darn it. See, I'm not perfect. Everybody's gonna see. And a 5, that's right. Okay, that one I'm just gonna have to clean up when I'm off camera, and I just broke that, oh well. Okay, I'll set that over here so I don't lose it. All right, so I think that's enough love on that one. Let's see. Let's go ahead and do another round or 2 of Shut the Box. I think that one's kind of a quick one to do. And 11. So we can do 9 and 2. That one's 4. And that's 5. And 6. 7. So we got 8, 3, and 1 left. 3. I have a feeling it's going to end up being 8, but that's okay. And 11. So we've got $9. So I think what I'm going to do on that one is put a 10 in and take a 1 out. That was already open. One out and a 10 in, and we will conclude that. I think before I do anything else, I'm going to go ahead and see if we can't finish that scratch off. And that way we can start a new one next time. All right, so what is this last one going to be? That's going to be 6. All right. And that finishes that one. So 5 and 6. So what did we actually save on this one? It's supposed to be $50 and more. So we'll see what we actually ended up with. So we have 10, 20, 30, 40, 45, 50, 55, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So $59 on that one. That is awesome. So that we will reallocate before we're done today. And then we have 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14 left here. So we're going to move the dice tower. And I think that's going to go into Fall is in the Air, because this one's getting pretty close to being done too, I think. Let's see. So we got 14. 3, 4, 5, 8, 10, and 14. Okay. 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, 6, 7, 15. I think I screwed that up, but that's okay. I know this one I need to take off. 4, 5. No, that's all right. I did that right. Oh my goodness. As I've said in my last videos, I don't normally have a audience for this kind of stuff, so you know, forgive me. I'm a little all over the place. It will get better, I promise. All right, so that is those savings challenges done for now. And then we have the $15 that needs to go for the Budget with Ira monthly challenges. Now these are the challenges. Let me get that picked back up. So these are at the end of the month. Oops, I knew I was going to do that. These are at the end of his More Than a budget binder, and it is a color in, so I won't make you guys sit around and watch me do this. But we have 15 of that. This is going towards my birthday next year. I started it in June. There is a savings challenge at the end of each month in his planner, so I actually am going to allot that just $1 for each icon. And when I'm done, I should have about $360. I may decide one month that it's going to be $5 per icon. It just kind of depends. But whatever I earn over the year and I come to the end of May, I will take that money and do something for myself for my birthday, because I never get to do anything. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. So I will color those off camera because you guys don't have to watch me do that. Some folks like to watch that, some folks don't. So if you do like that and you want to see me color it, then just, let me know and I'll be happy to do that in future videos. But I won't put you through that torture because we would be here all day because I'm a little bit of a perfectionist. Okay, so there's $15 for July. That is taken care of there. And now I get to decide what to do with that $59. So we're going to pull out the sinking funds once again. Alrighty. And I like to write on the back when I completed this and how much it was for. And then that goes in my completed collection. All right, so we got $59. Where are we going to put that this time? Let's see. I have half a mind to put it into my Canva because that will get me really far. Yeah, let's do that. Let's put it into Canva because that will get me quite a distance to the 120 I need to switch from doing a monthly subscription to a annual and only have to pay for that once a year. So we are going to add in $59. That's going to bring us to $69, which is just over half. That is pretty cool. So all of my savings challenges, I use those as feeders for some of my other sinking fund categories. They could be either high or low. It doesn't matter. It just kind of depends on where I feel that it would best benefit at that time, which is kind of the nice part of that. So there's 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 55, 60, 65, 6, 7, 8, and 9. That makes me feel really good. Okay. And when I start feeling good about the progress on something, that kind of encourages me to work that much harder just to get a little closer on my end goal on that item. So that's going to be awesome. It'd be great to get that built up, paid for, and then start working on next year. All right, so I think the last thing we need to do is we need to deal with the change that we have. And I don't remember where this penny savings challenge came from. It was something I found online. I do have another one that I just purchased from a YouTube creator who has an Etsy shop, which I will transition over to that hopefully before our next savings challenge video. So look forward to that. All right, so we have 150, 2. I have a lot of quarters. 250, 3. That's $3. Bring the old calculator out here. 25, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, $15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. So 423. That is what we are working with. All right, so what can we do? We can do, let's see, what's the next highest one that I have? So I have $3.61 here that I can do. So we'll go ahead and do 361. So 361. I'm coloring out the side of the lines. That's okay. Can I do 62? That's the next question. Yes, I can. Right, so 361 plus 62, 423. Alrighty, so that is that, and then we're going to put that into Felix. So if you are a headphone user or you don't like the sound of coins going in, I encourage you to either mute or turn down the volume. And for those that like those sounds, here we go. Uh-oh. We'll get that one. I'm not sure I'm going to get through the entire savings challenge before he gets full, but that's okay. And just to warn you, I have a four-legged furry guy who thinks he's got to step on everything. So give me 1 second. You gonna come say hi? Say hello. This is Jasper. He's 6 years old and he is a mama's baby. All right, you can get down. Thank you. Alrighty, so that concludes today's savings challenge video. I hope you enjoyed that. Probably was a little chaotic, and I will work on making that a little smoother next time. But thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that you take an opportunity to do something that gives you joy, whether that's a nice walk, whether it's having a glass of wine in your favorite place in your home. If you just kind of give yourself a little bit of quiet time, do something that's going to give you joy just for you. Until next time, guys, thanks so much. Bye.